Alright, people, back with a Am I the Asshole video, because these are fun. They're very fun to react to, and the title is My Parents Are Uninvited to My Wedding and I Couldn't Be Happier. So you know I had to click on and react to this one. So guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video.
Family drama, but it keeps getting more insane. We saved the craziest for last. My parents are uninvited from my wedding and I couldn't be happier. Good riddance. I'm so thankful this damn nightmare is over. Ooh, tell us. My parents are finally uninvited from my wedding, along with anything else engagement related, and I am so relieved. From start to finish, my parents have tried doing everything in their power to make me as miserable as possible. The last semester has been tough on my fiance and me. Little did either of us know about the poop show my parents had in store for us. First, my mother was pissed that I wanted to have a wedding abroad because
the whole family should be there,
including people I haven't talked to in 15 years. Okay. Then my dad said his experience was tainted because my fiance had a conversation with me about being ready for marriage before asking for his blessing, as if this is the one getting married and not me. Then, of course, there was the engagement dinner.
The what? People do engagement dinners? I don't know. I don't know why that sounds so weird to me.
God, don't get me started. All I did was ask my parents to combine our families for one holiday. One holiday. Well, my parents said no and turned down my in-laws' invitation. The reason? I wouldn't apologize for missing my mother's extravagant birthday that I couldn't afford. That's a whole other story. Then, as if they couldn't cause more problems, my fiance drove 8 hours, got a hotel room, planned months in advance, only for my father to refuse to give him his blessing. I mean, it kind of sounds to me like they're not supportive of this relationship, which begs the question, why do they even want to be at the wedding anyway? During the entire interaction, my father asked completely stupid and irrelevant questions that had nothing to do with our relationship. I won't go into the whole spiel, but I'll give you this. My father was so delusional that he had the gall to ask my fiance,
"If my daughter asks you to lie to me, would you?"
Ooh, that sounds like a power play. My fiance responded,
"Well, I'm going to stand by my wife, so yes, I would."
My father called him deceitful, started yelling, and threw a whole tantrum in a public restaurant. Okay. My partner and I have never...
Sorry to keep pausing, but what answer did he expect?
Okay. My partner and I have never been so infuriated in our lives. My father wasted our time and money over a blessing he was crying about in the first place. I would say that he wanted the blessing to kind of see if he could keep your fiance under his thumb. I don't really think that it was about doing the honorable thing. After this, I was done with the whole circus of a family. I completely cut off both of my parents because I refuse to have people in my life who can't get a grip. Thankfully, revenge is a dish best served cold. Lucky for me, narcissists hate being embarrassed, especially by elders in the family. My great aunt, who's my absolute heart, ripped them a new one. When my mother tried to cry to her about how disrespectful my fiance was, my aunt immediately wanted to know what question my dad asked. When my mom told her, she said,
"What kind of a ass question is that?" Of course that was going to be his answer. I don't know a single adult who would have answered differently.
My mom tried to double down and said my aunt wasn't being fair, and my aunt responded,
"What do you mean? That is fair. You had that man go all the way down there only to set him up with BS questions. In fact, where is Dad's childhood nickname? I want to speak to Dad's childhood nickname."
That also kind of sounds like a power play. Pause. If you don't know, if an elder asks to speak to you and they use your childhood nickname, you are now in danger, because that means they plan on putting you in a child's place. It's even better if there was a nickname that they were bullied with. My mom was so stunned, she made up an excuse and quickly hung up. It was glorious. It got even better because since things went so terribly with my great aunt, I haven't heard a peep from any of the family. My parents got checked so badly, they had been too embarrassed to tell anyone else. Also, thankfully, where I lack in biological parents, I've gained 2 incredible in-laws who mean the world to me. They cheer for me so loudly that I don't even notice who's missing in the stands. Oh, that's good. You deserve that. Okay, we all deserve a support system like that. After everything my parents did, I didn't get the old, but they're your only parents, or maybe you're misunderstanding them. Instead, they sent a long message saying how much they love both of us and how proud they are of me. They told me not to worry about my parents because they already see me as the daughter they never had. They even said they would foot the bill for our entire wedding. And I just
Wow.
couldn't be happier with my future and my new family. So yes, while it is disappointing,
The entire wedding? Who is she marrying? What? First of all, we need to know who you're marrying. You're marrying like the Duke of because I don't know. Maybe she's having a small. No, I mean she's going overseas. So yeah, that's expensive. Like, wow, Jesus. Maybe there was a little bit of jealousy from the parents of the other family as well. Maybe that's a factor. I don't know, but wow. Okay. And where's this wedding happening as well? I'd love to know where it's happening.
at first, this experience has been
Because I want to know the country, right? Obviously. Yeah, okay.
incredibly wonderful. I'm now finally engaged to the love of my life. Regardless of everything, the proposal was perfect, and I can't wait to announce it over the holidays. Cutting off my parents was the best decision I've ever made, and I feel like I'm finally free. I know I'm supposed to feel empty, but I don't. All I feel is love. P.S. If you are thinking of uninviting your narc family, this is your sign to do it. As fast as you possibly can. I think so many family members fail to realize that we are not obligated to have a relationship with you if you treat us like garbage, okay? If you're enjoying this video and you like the videos on this channel, smash that subscribe button, why don't you? We have some more family drama for you and it gets crazier by the second. It is time.
That is a great point she just made, because the thing is about families, they feel like you have to have a relationship with them just because they're your family, but to me, it's really just a word. Like, so many people can be, obviously, look, family, it just means you're blood related, realistically. Anyone can realistically be your family, and anyone can realistically not be your family. And at the end of the day, they're still just people. I just look at them how I look at friends, how I look at best friends, whatever, like, co-workers, whatever. If you're annoying, I'm not going to want to interact with you. It's just as simple as that. It doesn't matter. Now, obviously, parents is a harder thing, definitely, because they grew you up, so it's a bit different. I'm sure that's a harder thing to do. Like, I'm sure it's very hard for your parents to not accept your relationship, but if they're not, then hey, you're a grown woman, you're an adult, you either have to accept your child's decisions or not. And something over stupid over a blessing, I mean, come on, like, no one really does that. And even, look, some cultures still do, but even if you did, it's just a bit silly, you know. If your daughter's happy, then. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. All right, guys, we're gonna do one more.
A-hole for leaving Christmas dinner after my uncle wouldn't stop making jokes about me being unemployed. Oh, this one hits close to home. Oh, you may be such a 30s male here. I've been out of work for a bit and I'm actively looking, doing interviews, all that. It's not a secret, but I also don't really want it to be the main topic at family stuff. We had a family dinner this weekend. I went, brought a bottle and dessert, was polite, helped clear plates, tried to just get through it. My uncle, 50s, started with the usual,
So, when are you getting a real job then?
type comments. I did the normal laugh it off thing and said I'm on it. He kept going all night. Stuff like,
Must be nice having a permanent holiday.
and
Maybe Santa can bring you a CV.
and
You should try working instead of sitting on that computer.
people laughed. Nobody told him to stop. I hate to say it, but I feel like they're all talking about you. Just saying. If they're all laughing about it, it just means that, like, he's doing it for an audience, right? An audience where he gets the laughs. After the fourth or fifth comment, I said calmly, "Can you drop it? I'm here for dinner, not to be roasted." He replied something like,
Oh, come on, it's just banter. Don't be so sensitive.
I mean, listen, banter is fine until someone says, "Can you, like, not?" Yeah, like, I'd just prefer if you didn't. Sorry to ruin your fun, but I don't find it very fun. At that point, I got up and said, "Right, I'm heading off. Merry Christmas, everyone," and left. Now my mom is saying I embarrassed her and I should have just ignored him because that's how he is, and it made things awkward for everyone. I mean, your mother kind of pandering, sort of saying that, like, what your uncle was doing was fine, says to me that she's part of the problem. Like, I'm just saying. I think he can f himself. Am I the a-hole for leaving instead of sitting there and taking it? Listen, as someone who, like, not lately. I know how you feel. It's not the same thing necessarily being an artist at these things. It is similar. It's similar to be like a creative person and to like be doing freelance and stuff and to go to like family gatherings and then they ask you like all kinds of like weird questions. They just don't understand, right? They don't understand why you would choose that life as opposed to a life with security, job security, employment, money security. Obviously, it worked out for me. For a lot of people, it doesn't work out. That being said, I'm used to it. I honestly felt like you could have also said something in response. Like you didn't have to leave. I feel like you also could have like, you know, I thought it was just banter. You know, you could have like said something spicy to him like,
You getting your hair transplant?
or like, is it an a-hole thing to do? Yeah. But then if they get mad, it's like,
Well, I thought we were joking around here. Don't be so sensitive.
that's another way for them to get the point, you know, because people who dish oftentimes they can't really take it. There's lots of guys like this. Mike's been in situations before where like his friends are, you know, kind of just poking. And then his response is actually to like bring up the thing that that friend is most insecure about. And most of the time the friend stops, but like it's part of like a wider problem. So like it might help in the moment to sort of do the banter thing. I personally don't think you're the a-hole. You can't really go wrong. I just kind of wish that you said something in response that made him feel bad. I don't think you're the a-hole also because I do genuinely feel like they're all talking about this behind your back. You're doing what you can. You can't just make a job appear out of nowhere. It's tough out there. I think that they need to know that you're not going to be about it. You're not just going to sit there and take it. You set the boundary. He made fun of you for it. So you left. I don't think you can really go wrong. I think in this instance, you got to stick up for yourself. But let's see what everybody else had to say. That is how they are is enabler language for your feelings don't matter. Yes, it's a lot of people's excuse. Well, that's how they are. It's how they are. Well, did you ever think that maybe they're that way because no one's ever told them to stop? She is embarrassed. Why? She has a child with a spine who won't put up with continued disrespect. A joke, fine. When asked to stop, you stop. You don't stop, it's disrespect. Good luck with the job hunt. Agreed. Not the a-hole. Right? Why should he...
Yeah, look, before she keeps reading the comments, I just want to look. I've been in this situation before. Like, is this like situation she just said doing YouTube, like doing stuff like that? It's like if you're not telling them, or if you're not telling family members you're at college or university, or you've got a job, it's like they just give you judgy looks, or they'll just be like you ever told them, I don't know, like say if you want to do YouTube like I'm doing it now, or I don't know, like she said, freelance, or you're doing a job where it's not typically the norm, right? If you're doing a job like that, if you've ever been in a situation where a family member will ask you, oh, what job are you doing? Let's say I do YouTube, they go, oh, right. And you get that, and that reaction is such a like, I used to freaking hate that reaction. Now, I probably still do a little bit now, but now I just really don't care what they think. I really don't care. Like, I'm doing what I want to do, but it's that reaction, and then it's the constant, like, when you're at dinner, or what are you up to? What are you doing? It's like, maybe you could be like, well, if you were actually doing something, you'd want to talk about it. Sure, that is a fair point, but it's also the prying. It's like, we don't actually talk outside of this. So you don't really care. You just being nosy. I don't know. You guys don't really think. As you can tell, I don't have the best relationship with a lot of my. So this might be a biased opinion because I don't have the best relationship with a lot of my. I do have a good relationship with some of my family members, but not all of them. So maybe it's a biased take. You know what I mean? You guys let me know what you think in the comments, but it is really annoying.
Just take it. Why doesn't anyone tell the uncle to cut it out, not the a-hole? I genuinely feel like they're all saying the same thing. The uncle's just the only one that's saying it out loud. Here's another possibility. It's also because maybe they don't want to be the next target, so they laugh along. That could also be a possibility. It could be you were just the flavor of the month, and they were just relieved that it wasn't them. So they'll let you be the scapegoat, and they'll let you be made fun of because they don't want that kind of attention on themselves. But here's a better way of dealing with it. Rather than just letting people get made fun of, you guys don't like it, just tell them to stop. Not the a-hole. Am I the a-hole?
All right. Obviously, you guys know. Look, I don't watch the whole video. If you want me to react to maybe part 2 of this reaction, I don't want to steal a whole. I want to steal a whole videos. right? And if you guys see the subscribe here, I am subscribed to her on a different account. I'm watching it on a different account, letting you guys know. But look, you guys want a part 2 to this, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on everything that was said in this video. Insane. The second one really got me a bit, because that one, like, the relationship with the family is a bit like, I'm sure, I don't know any of you guys watching this, how you guys are with your family, but I'm sure some of you guys can relate to that. But yeah, family are annoying. But guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and the video will be linked down below as well that I reacted to. Peace.